And welcome, it's Chantel here and you are watching Studio Expansion TV, bringing more passion, more profits and more purpose to your studio. As a teacher, one of the biggest occupational hazards is your voice. And quite often, I've really had to deal with this in the past. I thought that this might be something, it's totally off topic than what I normally talk about, but I wanted to share this information with you because if we don't have our voices preserved as teachers, then it's our vocation that we're struggling with. So I wanted to kind of share with you a few tips on how to take care of your voice as a teacher. Now, a few years ago when I was teaching full time, I had 3 months off work from vocal fatigue, and literally I could sing, but I was like, my voice was like this. I had no voice. It was terrible, and I couldn't teach. And traditionally, I had to go to speech therapy and things like that, and they told me that the main demographic of people who lose their voice are teachers from the age of 25 to 50. Like, that is the prime demographic for people to lose their voices. And it's very understandable. We're not drinking enough water, we're kind of working long hours, we're speaking over music, we're trying to, project in a really large space as well. So I want to share a few tips with you now on how to take care of your voice. The first one is before you even get into the studio, and I would just do it in the car myself, is that you just do a few little vocal warm-ups. Now it sounds a bit naff, but even there's like 20 seconds of just a few little vocal warm-ups is going to help project your voice for the whole day. So you can just be as simple as going, like a gentle hum, going up and down, and that will just help to kind of click in with your higher register. Now, this is because quite often when we're teaching, you go, hey you, stop that. You get into your really low register. It's all very kind of sitting very low and very heavy on the larynx because you're trying to get the command tone out to those kids. The challenge is that when you're doing this, you're putting a lot of strain on your larynx. So we actually want to kind of lift up in terms of our sound projection. So what you want to do is actually support, when we talk about your diaphragm, it's those core muscles, and we kind of want to lift from there to be able to support the voice. It's doing the heavy lifting for your throat, really. So if you just engage your tummy muscles, if you just feel that kind of pull in and then you speak, that's going to really take the pressure off here. So we kind of want two things. We want to support, so kind of engage your core muscles and pull up your diaphragm. And then also, instead of speaking down here, if we just speak a little higher. So for example, you kind of tap into the nasal. If you can feel your voice is kind of teetering on going, bring in the nasal tone. The kids will hate it, but it does really work. And actually your voice projects further with nasal twang. So you kind of go, hey you, that's enough. But that way the sound is gonna cut through, it's gonna carry, and it's going to not wear out your voice as quickly. So I hope this tip really helps you, because if we don't have our voice, our career as a teacher is really under pressure. One of the most interesting things I learned from going through that whole voice rehabilitation program was that it's not necessarily about vocal rest. I didn't need more vocal rest to be able to get my voice back. It was more learning how to use our voice as teachers. And that's a really important thing to remember, that it's not necessarily about like cutting down your teaching hours or kind of trying to, use different vocal cues or, visual cues in your teaching style. It's actually just learning physically how to support your voice. So have you struggled with vocal fatigue in the past as a teacher? I would really love to hear from you. So pop a comment in the section below, and I'll be able to share a few more suggestions with you to be able to protect and preserve your precious voice. Did you like this video? If so, subscribe to Studio Expansion TV. And if you know of any teaching friends of yours who have struggled with their voice in the past, forward this video onto them so they can get a few tips. Now, if you want even more insights on how to bring more passion, more profits, and more purpose to your studio, sign up for our email updates. This is where I share more videos and tips that you'll only get via email from me. So go to studioexpansion.com and sign up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on Studio Expansion TV.